remember some of my information that I've learned. Most is just the katas. If you're not on my channel, you don't know about some of the Japanese martial arts. Katas are a big thing where you go through these set sequences of movements. And I'm at Okinawan Karate and Kobudo seminar, so learning all these sequences of movements. They're not the sequences themselves aren't new to me, but there's a lot of new ways of doing them that I'm trying to keep in my memory bank here. So I'm just going to review a few of these. Some of them might be long. I've got a seminar, a couple seminars later today, and I think there's a couple of these katas that I can probably clean up some details too. But for right now, I'm just going to go with what I'm remembering. First interesting thing, I guess, I'll go over Sanshin Jokyu. So, Sanshin katas are the basic one. Start here, go here. The start doesn't really seem to be that much different, just kind of maybe we've been talking about the fumu and fumikomi. So fumu means to stomp, not necessarily release, picking up your foot and stomping, or jumping to stomp. It's kind of like pressing, like suddenly dropping and weight shifting and kind of stamping. I would almost say stamping, just pushing into the ground with your feet to anchor yourself. So that's kind of how that is. So you're here, and I think this one's a strike like this. You're not trying to cover distance. I think that fumu is good there. But then for the Jokyu level kata, you're gonna move like this, grab, and fumikomi. So now you're gonna slide in like that, and then actually, just turn and grab, and back here. You do a block, turn and grab, and back here. I need to straighten out these details because I'm not. So in most of the katas, that would be kind of a Chukyu detail, but I think since Sanshin's so basic, it's just boom, a little bit of a fumikomi, turn over the hand, grab fumikomi, and then when after these ones, we get into our turns, kosaken, boom, stacking the hands a little bit more, one on top of the other, lock, kosaken, lock, kosaken. We're not really sliding back on those in the Jokyu. In fact, a lot of those ones where we've been emphasizing kind of the boom and slide back. Chukyu maybe sometimes doing a little bit of that. I think in Sanshin, probably okay to do that hikiyashi back for the Chukyu level, but Jokyu, boom, I would say go here. It seems like we're going right into here, boom, right into here, without really pulling back. And that's not going to make much sense to you, just saying it for the sake of my memory. I'm going to get to the Kanchiwa, get rid of my other phone in my pocket here so I'm not sending it flying when I throw kicks. Kanchiwa in those punching motions at the beginning, I did do like a hikiyashi, like a slide back. And it seemed like for a while, Kijukai was really emphasizing that, sliding in, then sliding back. It seems like the slide back is not really being emphasized right now. At the Chukyu level, this is grab, not pulling, just grabbing here. Fumikomi in. If you do pull the hand back, grab, fumikomi. Kosuke, fumikomi. scoot in with your kick, boom, grab, scoot in with your kick, boom, drive in, and I'd say the rest of the kata is pretty much the same. Let's see who's up here. Hello all. Alright, so the rest of the kata is pretty much the same. For the Chukyu level, Jokyu gets kind of crazy. So Jokyu, which is upper level. So everything's by Shokyu, Chukyu, Jokyu. Beginning level, intermediate, and advanced level. Jokyu here, and then you're doing a punch, but the punch is going to be palm up. So you're changing that. Oh, you're going to do a palm up punch, then a shote, and then a punch kind of over the top. And then you're going to turn kosuke, palm up punch, while you're pulling this hand all the way back, shote to the jodan level, then palm up punch, or over the top punch, boom, jodan level, kosuke, palm up, shote, palm down. And it doesn't seem like we're coming back at all from that. It looks like, in my recollection, which is not great, I'm not seeing boom, 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 anything like that. I'm thinking it's just here, 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 boom, here, 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 boom, boom, boom. So after this one, it's doji geri. Doji geri, I already knew that part. Boom. Again, yoku hishi, rauji, drive straight into this. Now these are going to be your kosuke, stack kosuke. And you could do the Boshiken still. You just, the Jokyu level, you kind of get to pick your weapon. Kosuken, I think because you're allowed the option, I think it's good to do the Kosuken. You kind of showed it that way some, especially with the Sanshin. Kosuken. And then this is where it gets kind of crazy. So one way to do this is you block, come out and hit with this one. Boom. And then shuto. Same hand, you just do the shutoge. Without your wind up, you're going to go shoshikomi. And then with the other hand, you're going to do shote. And then this same hand, you're going to do another shote strike. And then you're going to do moate, turn, doji geri, kosuke, shoken, shote. Right, so there's definitely some changes there. We haven't messed with the next kata that Nisei-san. I think that's on the agenda for us. We did do Kobuken. So Kobuken, let me think if there's the things I would say are different. Hello. So the things I would say are different in Kobuken is Chukyu again. As we go here, I'm not seeing any emphasis on doing the Nuki and then sliding back. It seems like it's just slide in, and just bring the hand back. Slide in, bring the hand back. Slide in, bring the hand back and grab. Sokuto, kosuke, kick, kosuke, sensuke, kosuke, grab. Tate hiji, gedan shoichi, ekute seiketsuki. I guess one thought I have on that is people talked kind of ad nauseum about the distance on bunkai. So after you do this tate hiji, you're in so close to them that then when you hit gedan, you don't have room to do that gedan strike. But everything is very situational. So they're asking about how to create space. And there's some ways to create space for sure. But sometimes when you hit them with your tate hiji, they back up. It knocks them backwards, or they move back to avoid it. You know, like Maybe you do your block, then you go to do your tatakiji, and they move just beyond where you can quite reach them with that, but they're still at punching range, so they're still kind of dangerous. They move back, boom, but you still can hit them with your gate on shoji. Or you hit them with this, it knocks them back a little bit, boom, making them at the perfect distance for that gate on shoji. And even if you grab, you're grabbing at the wrist, and you hit them with that tatakiji, they're going to move back, but they're not going to fly backwards. You're driving with that into a Zen Kusudachi. So not super long Zen Kusudachi, but it is, you are coming here. Chukyu, you're driving here. Even if you're hanging onto their wrist, if you're here and you hit them, well, they're still going to create a little more distance, but not so much distance that you can't reach them there. And sometimes I think about the Jokyu as being, I drove them backwards so far that I have to step up to my other foot to be able to reach them. So that's kind of where I really knock them backwards, boom, and or they're really backing up to almost a kicking range, boom. So then I have to step up with that to be able to hit them. So just a little bit of my strategy for that. Jokey with this one on the punches, the opening punches is going to be the same. Not really. He's really emphasizing dropping. So he's emphasizing moving forward and dropping the weight on that second punch. And then it's doji geri. Doji geri. Coming here, this didn't change. It's pretty much the same. Boom. This one, no pull back. Like you're not coming back to here. It's boom. And you're driving straight in these strikes. But again here, so we do our nukite on the jokyu, instead of hanging on here, just leaving it there. We do that nukite, we're gonna pull back. And I pull back with my palm down still. This is gonna come out as a shote. I don't need rotation on the shote. So I'm gonna go nukite, shote, kosuke, nukite, pull, shote, kosuke, nukite, shote. And I discussed this a little bit because this felt weird to me. I'm used to being here, with this hand here, very easy to just grab, transition to then grab, sokoto. It feels weirder from here, but it's very doable. It broke my brain for a second, but it's doable. So I did shote here. I can grab here. The other hand comes forward to grab. Boom, and I still throw my boom, grab, sokoto, and doji geri. And here, kosuke, this is nothing real fancy here. There's some things we do on tatekishi in the later katas that we don't do on this. We're not doing this, and we're not doing boom, boom, this. The tatekishi before, or the tateken before the tatekishi. This is just kosuke, tatekishi, slide in. The Zen Kusudachi gets a little bit of a short Zen Kusudachi. So you're allowing that back foot to come up to generate more power. Step feet together and drive forward. All right. Seichin, man. So Seichin, the Chukyu is like just the same. The Jokyu is mind blowing. Okay, so let me run through Jokyu real quick. It's crazy. So this is the same. Nothing crazy here. Boom, 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 boom. So on these open move, boom, show, hirake, back to here. So those are exactly the same. Shoratsuke, shote, Kiraken, boom. Jodo, Sho, Kiraken. These are doji geri. Doji geri. And here, you're going straight from the kick into the Shikoken. We knew that. Boom. But then, this is going to turn into a grab, pull, nuki, and shote. And the other side, Shukoken, grab, pull, nuki, shote. Then we're turning here, Kosauke, but this is that snap and Kosauke with the hammer fist. Let's slide in, nuki, and then we're going to slide in again, shote. And we're going to turn here, Kosuke. So we're turning, pull, turning here, Kosuke, Tate Ken, Yoku Iji. And this one we don't do all those blocks in between. So we're going to attack here, kind of the kumade, the block technique, boom, palm strike, and all of Nuki. Doji Geri, Suki. This time instead of going Yote Suki, coming back, Yote Nuki, it's Yote Suki Uke. I'm going to step through with my other foot. To my left and front, I'm in for the Yote Suki Uke. No real wind up, just grinding through. Step through, show, Oshikomi. Yote show Shikomi, right to the face. So then from there, I'm going to block in, kind of Fumikomi in a little bit. With the second block here, comes up. It's kind of a new way of blocking that we've been practicing in Seisan. Up to block and grab. Kamai. 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 Boom. Boom. And guess what? Slide in and Yote show Oshikomi. And then from there, boom. I'm going to do the party movement. Tate Ken, Yoku Iji, Made, Shoken, Shoken. Alright, that was kind of pretty crazy. Boom, boom. I'm just going to go back after the kicks, alright? So I did this kick, Doji Geri. This kick, Doji Geri. Shukoken, grab, pull, nuki, grab, pull, shote. Shukoken, grab, pull, nuki, grab, pull, shote. Turn. Osauke. Yote nuki. Yote sho. Oshikomi. Turn. Osuke. Tate ken. Yoko ishi. Umade sho. Nuki. Doji gen. Yote tsuki. Yote sho. Oshidashi. Stepping through. Turn, block in, slide in, up and grab. Come, boom. And this one again, I drive in, boom. You have to show, boom, boom, boom. So a few changes on that one. It's pretty hard. It's pretty difficult to remember all that. Seisan, I guess the main points for me to remember. Seisan kata, movement where Chukyu, block grab, scoot in with a kick, tease again, shita. This one is only one shoken here. And there's not anything more than that. Block here, returning. Some of the stuff I need to think about more because it's pretty convoluted in my brain. I'm trying to think about if we turn over this one, we just do this. And yes, we do. So boom, down, shoken, and I drive up, slide in, do my nuki tail. Sanshin, switches, turnover grab, Nuki Ten. Sanshin, turnover grab, Nuki Ten. But don't pull, just turnover grab. Boom. Boom. All that is the same. Jokyu, it's different, so come into my Yoa position here. Pretty much go straight into kind of a hand clap of attacking like the ears, we're saying, boom, like that. And then I thought for a while we were just going here with the Nuki, and then just doing one of those shote, but Nuki, and then we're still doing 3 shote. That was made pretty clear. Boom, boom, turning, boom, slide in. And this comes up on the center line like this, using the Shukoken for the block, boom, and then grabs. All right, so boom, 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 boom. All right, then from there, you're gonna bring this out of your back pocket, Nuki to the eye. I think if there's anything weird there. I don't think you really change anything there. And then you're gonna come here, you're gonna go step through block, shote, and then tate ken, tate hiji, attack with this hand, and you just do tate hiji with, and then shote, dukite. Same thing here. Tensui, emphasize bringing that hammer fist up a little higher because it's coming a little bit angling down. Strike, boom, and then boom. This one, adding an extra shote to that, because that by itself might be enough to do a lot in a fight. Dojigeri, shote, stop, stemming up basically to the other foot, and don't stomp. Boom. Downward shoken, drive in, turn over the hand now, pull, Nuki, and then shote. Lock Sanshin, turn over, grab, pull, Nuki-te, shote. And then same thing, Sanshin, Nuki, turn over, grab, pull, Nuki, shote. And then driving in, slide in, palm of Nuki, slide in, shote. Kosuke, Fumikomi, Fumikomi. Kosuke, Fumikomi, Fumikomi. Kamai, boom, boom. Tate hiji, yoko, uraken, shote, shoken. All right, Seichin or Seiyu's kind of mind blowing because you've got this movement in Jokyu where you're here, slide in with that one, boom, and then you slide back in with this instead of the back fist coming here. As soon as you uncross, boom, that comes out, and then you do a shote strike. So it is confusing. And then you do negotiating, boom, shoken. And then this is negotiating through all 4 corners, or all 4 directions, I should say. Not really corners. Boom, 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 boom. That's all the same. Boom, this is different. Sanshin block. Guess what? Yep, turnover, grab, pull, Nuki, show. And then slide in, palm up, shote. Palm up, Nuki, shote. Palm up, Nuki, shote. Same thing this direction. Palm up, Nuki, shote. Boom. Doji Geri off the back foot. Now here, you're gonna pull in, Hajiki, flicking movement to the eyes, and then deal with the show Oshidashi to the face. And then coming back forward, we're gonna go, boom. No, that's not right. Boom. We're gonna show Oshidashi here, Now forward, bringing this one up. The Tetsui, remember, so the Tetsui can angle down a little bit. Shote, Nukite, boom. And you could do another Kosaken here. Instead of this, Ushiken, you could get Kosaken. Got some options that you get to play with a little bit. Yeah, so that's probably all for now as far as kata changes that I'm just trying to remember and think my way through, see if I can gain a little bit of clarity. The only clarity I think I've gotten is probably need to ask about some things, need to watch again. It's tricky to remember everything. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can in 8 days of training, and I think I do pretty well at remembering stuff, but it's one thing to watch and like have it in that moment. It's another thing to just retain the details, because there's little details that I think about later. Like, did we slide back after that move? Did we pull back to a position where our hands are up, like kind of a yoi kame after the movement, or did we just make the movement out at the very end because we're transitioning? And in Jokyu, a lot of times I think we're leaving that movement out because we're transitioning to another movement. So like in Hanshiwa, the reason I'm thinking that we kind of leave this out, not because we would really ever leave our punch out, but it's because we're transitioning to the next thing, right? So I'm here, boom, boom, boom. In reality, if I'm not throwing another technique on this guy, I'm coming back to here, right? But if I'm still fighting this guy, I'm coming in with another technique. Keijo Kaiju talked about that a lot. On the flip side, I might be doing another technique, but it might be to this guy. So I hit, boom, and I already have to transition to the next person. And that's kind of what I do instead of pulling back. So I don't want to build a habit of hitting somebody and leaving my fist out for too long. I want to make contact and maximize, like make contact for as long as I need to make contact to transfer my force into what I'm hitting or who I'm hitting. But not any longer than that because I need to get back to a guarded, protected position. But I might hit somebody, and instead of coming back to here, maybe my hit was effective, but there's immediately somebody else who I need to address. So that's one way I think about that. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off now. I hope that was insightful. I hope I look less tired this morning. People told me I looked tired last time. I am tired. I'm getting, for the most part, I'm getting about as much sleep as I usually do, which is not that much sleep. But I think last time I just kind of rolled out of bed. Well, this time I did too, but I don't know. Just kind of rolled out of bed and got right to this. And it's not like I've prepared. I didn't wake up and wash my face and put on my makeup or anything like that. It's just this is kind of how I am in the morning. So I'm working on my caffeine. It hasn't all hit my system yet. I'm not fully woken up at this point. So what you see is what you got. Anyway, have a great day. Take care. Oh, hey, good day, Aussie. There's not much here, man. I just recorded, I just streamed live a video of me thinking my way through some of the martial arts patterns that we've been working on for the last 7 days. This is going to be the 8th day of that. Trying to consolidate some of the tons of information that that I've been trying to absorb. It's not even just the stuff in this video. There's martial arts weapons and stuff too. Yeah. So
So yeah, this has been. I did a bunch of that stuff. You can check it out later if you're kind of interested. Not doing anything impressive, nothing super fast. Not that I usually do, but I'm just kind of trying to remember stuff so I can bring it back to my students back home and make sure that we're doing stuff pretty close to how Kincho Kaicho wants stuff done and how the other dojos are doing things so that and I think we've been doing well so far. I'm happy that when my students came, so I had a couple of students who came to the seminars who were pretty I would say yeah, most people would say they're advanced. They're like second level black belts. So they came to the seminars and they actually, um, I feel like they were doing pretty much the same things as what everybody else is doing. So that's good. I didn't feel like we were way off from what everyone else does. So I was pretty happy. I I just want to stay on track and make sure we're doing the same stuff. So um, a little bit of standardization is helpful so that when we all meet up, it's okay. There's always going to be little minor details and nuances that are different, just based on what different people remember or don't remember. and but I'm trying to not be too much of a you know too much variant from what we're all doing here. So yeah, just doing a little brain work early in the morning here, trying to remember a lot of stuff. But I hope your day is going well over there, and yeah, everybody take care. Hopefully, I'll be back in my home base of operations in a couple days, I guess. Probably Tuesday. I'll probably arrive back. Maybe resume classes on Wednesday. But anyway, take care. Strength and honor. Have an awesome day.